My name is Joe DiCintio. Grazia is a culmination of my 40 years of experience all coming into one. Grazia is actually named after my grandmother, Grazia Merlino, so that's sort of an ode to her. I've been in the game a long time. I've seen a lot of equipment, and in my last 6-7 restaurants I've always used Waldorf, and there's a reason why. To me, it's the best. Well, the flame is very important. It's all about having the right flame, the even flame. You can develop all the dishes you want, but you need to have the equipment behind you that can back you up. It's got a strong flame for when I need to reduce things, especially in that pappardelle dish, as you'll see later. You know, I'm using the pasta cooker, the Waldorf pasta cooker, which is an amazing piece of equipment, because in a busy environment that we've got, we're cooking so much, using that equipment so much, that the most important thing to us is the recovery. Because obviously when you're boiling things, you're losing, you're evaporating, water evaporates. I've got my little tap where water's going in continuously and the water's boiling constantly, which is absolutely perfect for us. We have the Waldorf twin pan deep fryer, and it just works amazingly well in our establishment. Going back to the zucchini flour dish that we have on the entree, which is a very popular dish, we're able to fry that dish in one chamber and at a certain heat, so it might be at 175 degrees, and the flame's amazing because that deep fry cops a workout like big time, and it's always maintains the heat. I mean, that's exactly what you want. Then I've got another chamber I use for our donuts. So I have the flexibility with one piece of equipment to be able to use 2 different settings and make life so much easier. And that's what it's all about. With the design of the deep fry, I think it's quite unique. So when you're cooking, and there's obviously a lot of residual when you're cooking with flour, you're frying calamari with flour, the excess flour that doesn't stick to the product sinks to the bottom. And the beautiful thing about it is there's not as much heat right at the bottom, which therefore means that it doesn't burn. Because if it didn't have that facility and the heat was exactly the same throughout the whole chamber, you'd be burning that flour, which would burn your oil and filter through to your food. So I really do love steak. I think a good steak always starts off with a good quality piece of meat, but it's also the equipment that you use. I've always used the Waldorf char grill, and I stand by it. It's a simple piece of equipment done very, very well. We cook a lot of steaks. The equipment needs to be working perfectly at optimum temperature all the time, and I find that it copes really well. And most importantly too, when you're cooking a lot of steaks, there's a recovery element, and I find that it keeps up really, really well. I buy Moffat because of the reliability and the consistency of the equipment. Not just for the people, you know. If the people are great and the equipment's not good, you don't buy the equipment. I buy it because the equipment's great and the people behind it are even better. So after a busy service, unfortunately, there's cleaning to be done. With the equipment, with the Waldorf equipment, I think the design is such a feature. So we take the stovetops off, we give them a scrub, we put them through our big Rockstar dishwasher there. If we're going to talk about that, is an amazing piece of equipment. I've used that, I think, for the last 15 years. I love it. Fully automatic the dishwashing machine. I've never seen it in my life, and it is amazing. It's so amazing. It's my 3rd one that I've bought, so I love it. We use the turbofan oven, and I absolutely love it. So I think the secret to the turbofan oven is the enamel-lined interior of the oven. I think it's an amazing feature because it not only allows the oven to get to the temperature it needs to get, but to keep it at that temperature, and the consistency is amazing. And I've used other ovens in the past which have like a stainless interior, and I found that there's a lot of inconsistencies in the heat. I've never had that problem with this ovens. We do things a la minute. Customer orders, we do it fresh on the spot to order. When you're doing a lot of numbers, the key to having a good service is the organisational aspect. And then obviously having the right team, the right staff members, and most importantly, the right equipment.